Mike, it's almost fitting that it end under caution because that's the way it's run most of the day.
26 caution flags so far.
The HARC Finale in Review is brought to you by the STD Superstore, by Artonelico Koga, the only game ever made with singers that are also crack addicts, and by Point Roberts, Washington, home of the Little Johns. Now, before we get to the recap of the finale, let's take a look through the drivers. Starting with the USA drivers. Drivers. That wraps up the Americans. Let's take a look at the Canucks. Now then, there are two news stories going into Australia. First of which is a massive crash that happened during a Trans Am race. This race was part of a rather large support weekend for a larger series. And during one of the Trans Am races, there was an accident. The other news story is a rather weird incident that happened between Tyler Thaber and a crocodile. They haven't really said much about what happened, but basically that he is still alive, still with us. He'll be back next week, but he's not going to be racing. That means that the winner of the consolation race gets to move on. We've also got one final, very minor news story. Nicholas Ferreira crashed his car in practice. He's alright. However, his car is totaled and they only brought one car. So, Chris Louvier, being the nice and very, very strange person he is, decided to lend him a car. I hope for Nicholas's sake that Chris didn't leave anything behind in his car.
Is that a door?
So this crash happened on the last lap, and it was caused by Ryan Fairchild just moving over on Nicola Cadeos during a battle for third. Yeah. I have no idea what Fairchild was thinking, but he just took himself, Cadeos, and I think that was John Groundwater, out of the race on the last lap. I'm at a loss for words. That's one of the strangest and, oh no, dumbest pieces of driving I've seen in a long, long time. Daniel Voiles. Also note that there's another car off. That is Boris Blake. More like Boris No Brakes. This is an onboard shot of Kevin Block Camphausen, and he got through it. On board Ryan Fairchild. Everyone walked away from this, but this left a lot of debris on the track. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna take a commercial break, and, well, see you afterwards. The HARC Finale and Review is brought to you by The Legend of Daniel Voiles, Quest to Find the Pit Wall, now on Steam. Alrighty, mate. Now let's go to Sandown. No, I won't do the whole commentary in that voice. Damir Bejjanov continues and naturally finishes up his shitty season by not even starting the race. He blew up on the pace laps. Oh, and Jeffrey Fingai hit some debris. Matthew Stringer leads the field to the green, and here we go at Sandown. Stringer's had a really poor year, I've got to say. He actually won Calder, now that I think about it, back in 2015. That is Matt Duncan, the road course ace, so he never wins, on his outside, and righty. It seems that he wants to start his own lawn care business. Turn 4, Toronto corner, would be a very interesting corner during the race. Hint, hint. Our second retirement would be Sylvain Lasovich, who gets spun into the boondocks and hits an earth ridge. Johnny Martinez and Allie Nelson seem to have hit the same debris that Jeffrey Fingai hit on the pace laps, sorry. And, well, they're in the pits. Entering Repco corner on lap number 2, Jim Mack tries for the lead on Matt Duncan. Jim Mack's year was kind of reminiscent of David Gilliland in 2006. He had one top 5, second best finish was 20th, and he's just run off the course. Way to be! Exiting Rothman's Rise on lap number 2. Takumi Hirono decides to do to Rocco Twyman what Gunter did to Scarlett. Rocco Twyman is out of the race. He was the Watkins Glen winner. And Keith Batson, what the heck are you doing? Next incident, John Gambit, John Cena's Elbow Wanderley, and that's really about it. Jim Mack continues to lead the race, and Jim, the rallycross track is that way. Well, to the lead goes Matthew Stringer. Oh boy, if Matt Stringer wins this. We actually missed Matt Duncan taking the lead, but here's something we didn't miss. Jim Mack spinning off of Toronto. This Cancer yellow car is Skylar Johnson, 29. That car is, I believe that's actually a Holden. Something came up during transportation. The team didn't say what, but something precluded them from bringing the blue 29 that we're kind of familiar with over here to Australia. So, well, they just bought some old Holden parts from an old Holden Oscar vehicle that they ran an Oscar when that series still existed from a dealer who happened to have the parts and basically just custom built one of these HARC cars, and actually that's pretty damn impressive. I don't really like that shady yellow though. Matt Stringer spins off of Toronto, and that's really about it. Here's William Brock, who is so damn luckless that, guys, we gotta beat Brock, has become a running joke in the garage. There you see James Silverfox spinning. Brock was voted the unluckiest driver in the USA Tour, but lost out on the overall to Aiden Shepard. Actually, I'm kind of surprised that Tommy Turbo didn't win the USA award, but whatever. The 7T of Maxwell Chan will now show the class how to navigate Toronto. Yep. Jordan Bell, Cody Smart, and Sebastian Torres have a good battle, but Torres has gone off. Torres full speed off at Rothman's Rise and hard into the tires at the S's. You know, I wonder if Cody Smart's actually driving that car. I'll give you $10. I bet you $10 that William Duncan's actually in that car. Allie Nelson apparently shares Tristan Wilhoit's racist tendencies as she punts Johnny Martinez off into the guardrail. Martinez is actually out of the race, believe it or not. Doesn't look like too much, but there's a lot of internal damage, so he's gonna have to park it. Matt Duncan continues the trend of throwing away the lead by running off course in both Toronto and Arco, turn 4. Aiden Shepard to the lead. Aiden Shepard runs off course and gives the lead to Luko Brovac. Even still, good effort by Aiden Shepard, who made it through exactly one turn at Canadian Tire and exactly one turn at Montreal. Wait a second, the race is already over? Oh, son of a whore. Really? Really? Luko Brovac gets the transfer spot. I didn't get eaten and shat out by a crocodile, so Luka fucking Brovac could get the transfer spot to Calder. Hope you choke on it. Joshua Sakuli leads the fields, and we are underway at Calder. There's not much point in showing anything further from the start of the race because we quickly had a caution. John King shoves Gabriel Wanderley over into Alex Tanker, and they spin out collecting Annie Thomas. Yes! I mean what? It's tough to see from this angle, but I think Alex Tanker has a lot of explaining to do. Alex Wheeler has just gone the way of targeting Canada. Bye-bye! So yeah, Tanker pulls in front of Wheeler, and here we go. We're stacking them up. Only car out of the race in this whole mess is Alex Wheeler. What's the difference between Prudence Littlejohn's championship hopes and World Trade Center number 7? Not much, considering they both made it through the big disaster, and yet fell to pieces in the aftermath. Joshua Sakuli leads the field. It is lap 7, 91 laps I believe in this race. Luko Brovac is unfortunately not choking on his entry into Calder. Fuck you, Luca. Fuck you and everything you stand for. We're a little ways through the race. Alex Regao currently leads. That's Chris Dodd second. Third place is Nicholas Guerrera in the Louvier Mobile. And fourth is Harry Salva, I think. Chris Dodd to the lead. Never mind, Nicholas Guerrera has taken the lead. Zachary Fitzwater Sr.'s engines is currently suffering from Ebola, and it's finally given up the ghost. Moving on. Well, he's going to stall it on the circuit and bring out the second and the final caution. Nicholas Guerrera leads on the restart with Harry Salva right behind. That's Cole Baker in the 20. Sorry about that. Here is Harry Salva in the 36. Sorry about that mistake. But yeah, he's actually running towards the back and he's just blown up. Here's Gavin Moore. Gavin Moore, not Greg Moore, John. Gavin. Get it right. Anyway, he's just taking the lead. We skip ahead a few laps. Currently the leader is Karlin Dumian. Gavin Moore's been shuffled back, and the Croatian Cup, Luko Brovac, is in the top 5. And right as I say that, Cole Baker takes the lead. That's Bryant Fox in the 74F, going the lap down. Cole Baker actually got shuffled back quite a bit, and Luko Brovac took the lead for a little while. But thankfully, he did not lead for long, as here comes Karlin Dumian. And coming to the line, Brandon Krasta, out of nowhere, going for the win at the last moment, but it will not be enough, as Karlin Dumian brings home Calder, and I believe this will mean, yes, Robert Piet is your overall champion. That wraps up the recap of the Americans. Let's take a look at the fuck! Alright, so those were the drivers. We've got one news story coming into Australia. Well, actually we have two. Alright. Well. Looks like it's time for some racing, feller. Let's get a sand down. That's dumb. Really? Really? Luca Brovac? Oh my god. Look, I didn't get eaten and shat out by a crocodile for fucking Luca Obrovac to get the transfer spot. Sooner have Donald Trump as president. Oh wait. Really? Really? Luca Obrovac gets the transfer spot. I didn't get eaten and shat out by a crocodile, so Luca fucking Obrovac could get the transfer spot to Calder. Hope you choke on it. In any case, Matthew Stringer leads the field to the green, and here we go. Rolling Stone! Okay, I'll never do that. What's the difference between Cruz Little John's championship hopes and Penny Polendana? Not much, considering they both fell to pieces.